The death of Paul Foreman has left the residents of Coronation Street shattered, but the road to laying him to rest is anything but smooth. Paul's final journey becomes fraught with tension as two of the most important people in his life, his partner, Billy Mayhew, and his mother, Bernie Winter, clash over how to honor him. Paul's heartbreaking battle with motor neurone disease came to an end, leaving Billy, the love of his life, grappling with grief. However, no sooner does Billy prepare for the painful task of planning Paul's funeral than he finds himself at odds with Bernie. Both are determined to give Paul a fitting send-off, but their visions couldn't be more different. Billy, as the grieving partner, feels the weight of responsibility to honor Paul's wishes with a traditional service, paying respect to the man he loved in a way that reflects their life together. He suggests to Bernie that they pick out flowers together, hoping this might offer a chance to unite in their grief. However, their simmering tension bubbles to the surface as they find themselves unable to agree on anything, including even the smallest details. For Bernie, a conventional church service seems an inadequate way to celebrate her son's vibrant personality. She feels that Paul deserves more than what Billy is offering, a grander, more unique tribute. Overwhelmed by the pressure to give Paul the send-off he deserves, she confides in Dev Allahan, admitting her fears that she won't be able to fulfill her son's final wishes in the way she imagined. As the day of Paul's funeral approaches, what should be a moment of solemn remembrance is overshadowed by more drama. Unbeknownst to Billy, Paul's estranged father, Denny, has slithered back into the picture. His sudden reappearance, skulking in the shadows of the church, sends shockwaves through the mourners. Denny's history with Bernie and their fractured family past casts a long shadow over the proceedings. Billy, ever the peacemaker, pleads with Denny to keep a low profile, not wanting anything to disrupt the emotional day. When the time comes, Paul's loved ones gather for the church service and Billy, wearing his priest's robes, steels himself to lead the farewell to his soulmate. The sight of Paul's coffin being carried down the aisle by their friends and family is almost too much to bear for the heartbroken Billy. Behind him, Bernie and Gemma, Paul's sister, follow in solemn grief. Billy begins the service, his voice thick with emotion, hoping the ceremony will offer closure, but knowing nothing could ever truly ease the pain of losing Paul. But Paul's story doesn't end at the church. Bernie, unwilling to let the formal service be the only way Paul is remembered, organizes a second farewell in her own unique style. She throws a memorial rave on the cobbles, complete with glow sticks, bunting, and the type of party atmosphere that reflects Paul's zest for life. Amidst the beats and cheers, Bernie takes the lead, determined to honor her son in a way she feels would have made him smile. Unbeknownst to Billy, Bernie has taken matters into her own hands in another way too. Feeling the sting of a hangover the next morning, Billy heads to the undertaker's to collect Paul's ashes. But his world is turned upside down when he discovers Bernie has already taken them. Distraught, Billy wonders if he's losing control of even this final piece of Paul, his grief now mixing with frustration and betrayal. However, Bernie's plans for Paul's ashes are even more shocking. At the rave, she reveals to the gathered crowd that she intends to send Paul's ashes into space, believing this to be the ultimate tribute for her beloved son. As the partygoers cheer, Bernie looks proud of her bold decision. But not everyone is thrilled. Billy, ever the traditionalist, is horrified at the thought of such an unconventional send-off, feeling like Paul is slipping further and further from him. With Paul's ashes hanging in the balance, Billy and Bernie are left to reconcile their very different ways of mourning. Can they find a way to honor Paul that brings them both peace? Or will their clashing visions for his final resting place tear them further apart? One thing is certain, even in death, Paul continues to unite and divide those who loved him most.